Hey everybody, I'm Fran Gallagher. I'm your guide to relationships, meditation, and intuition. And believe it or not, they are all connected. So as we get clear about our purpose, ourselves, what we're doing, all of that, we're going to be able to relax and we're going to use our energy for moving forward. And we're going to be less interested in using our energy to translate or decode what other people are saying to us. And we're not going to have time, we're not going to have the tension in our bodies that will lead us to be unclear in what we say and require that other people translate it or decode it. So, passive aggression, as I've mentioned before, is really a language. It is a language of obfuscation, of muddiness. It is designed to be unclear. And as we give up passive aggression for ourselves and we choose less and less to be around people who practice passive aggressive techniques on everyone around them, we are going to enter into a state of relaxation and ease where our energy is used for what we want to use it for. How would that be for you if you could use your energy to move your purpose forward, or for your pleasure, or to assist another person in a really effective, efficient way so that you're not wasting your energy or time or their energy or time? So, this is leading to the idea that we can ask things of other people and they can say yes, no, or I'll get back to you. So I'll get back to you is, it can be a version of maybe, it can be a version of I don't know, I'll have to think about it. But we take responsibility for what we are asking for, and we ask the other person to take responsibility for their response to our request. So, one of the ways this is going to look is that you are going to get really careful about what you ask for, not because you might offend the other person, which is part of the old paradigm, but is because you want to be ready for either yes, no, or I'll get back to you. So, have you ever asked for something and they said yes and you were shocked and you weren't really prepared for that? Have you ever asked for something and they said no and you were shocked and you weren't prepared for that? Or you weren't prepared for I'll get back to you. So it's really cool to ask something of someone else and already be okay with the answer, whatever it might be. And what happens is that our relationships are those that won't be able, people who can't say no to us, let's say, or who are offended by our request, those relationships are going to fall away or they're going to become limited. So I believe I can ask anything of anyone if I've really thought about it and I can put my energy behind it. And I believe that I can receive any answer if I have vetted myself for that ahead of time. This demands clarity from us. And again, it will change our world, it will change our relationships, because there are people who will be offended by your request. It is such a relief to be around people who are not offended by a request, who can answer honestly, clearly, and they're fine with what I've asked. Wouldn't that be nice for you? Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could make a request and then be okay with the response and have the other person be okay with your request and be okay with their response? So, this is actually going to lead to the concept of self-soothing. So self-soothing is that we know how to soothe ourselves when we are disappointed, when we are hurt, when we are angry, when we are frustrated. We know how to do something in order to soothe ourselves and get back to equanimity. Self-soothing is really interesting because it gets abused and it can turn into a reason to use if you have any addictive tendencies. We've all self-soothed with something that might not be good for us. And so learning to self-soothe in a healthy way is a prerequisite for living the way that I'm talking about. So how do you self-soothe? Uh, do you take some time for yourself? Maybe take a hot bath, maybe read, maybe watch something, a show, uh, go for a walk. Going for a walk is a wonderful way to self-soothe when you've gotten upset because you can really walk your troubles away. We, as we move lymph through our system. Lymph is part of the immune system, and it is made by the lymph glands. So the lymph, it moves through the body through vessels in our body, just like the blood moves through vessels in our body, except the blood has a pump, the heart. And the lymph does not have a pump. It depends on the contraction and release of muscles. There's a plane flying overhead. So I have wondered if maybe what I'm reading, when I read someone's energy, I'm reading the state of their lymph, I think. And the lymph can get stagnant. Um, Studies show that different exercises move the lymph through the body at different rates so that the body changes up its supply of lymph within a particular period. A study I read said that the shortest period of time that the lymph can move through the body is 20 minutes, and that is because of exercising on a rebounder, one of those little mini trampolines. I think a power plate or vibrating plate would probably do the same thing. How long it takes when you walk, I don't know, but it will change it out. Massage also changes out the lymph. So anything that changes out the lymph is going to change out a whole aspect of our physical body that holds the experience, holds the energy of the emotion and the experience. So going for a walk as a means of self-soothing is wonderful. And if you're not needing to self-soothe from your partner, you might want to spend time with your partner. If you are needing to self-soothe because of your partner, then you might want to spend time with, of course, someone else. Unless you are both pretty advanced spiritually and you can have a fight and then go for a walk afterward. So it's powerful to begin to live in this level of clarity. And we can't really expect the level of clarity from others that we might want until we are capable of it ourselves. So it's a practice, it's a challenge, it can be a goal or an aim, and it can be a way of life. So stay safe as you play with your various states of consciousness and you learn how to make clear offers and clear requests and accept yes, no, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.